There's a version of success that doesn't feel like success at all. The number in the account goes up, the title gets better, the praise gets louder, and somewhere inside, nothing actually settles. If you've ever hit a goal you used to dream about and felt strangely nothing, or worse, felt the immediate pull toward the next goal before you'd even let the last one register, this isn't about ambition. This is about something quieter and older running underneath it. Picture a household where money was never simply money. Maybe it was tight, and every purchase came with a flicker of tension behind a parent's eyes. Or maybe it wasn't about scarcity at all. Maybe achievement was the only currency that bought approval. Good grades got warmth, a trophy got a rare, full smile. But just existing, just being a kid on an ordinary Tuesday, got nothing in particular. A child raised in either of those homes learns the same lesson from two different directions. Safety isn't a feeling, it's a number or a result. And numbers and results have a strange property compared to feelings. They're never actually finished. There's always a next one. By adulthood, that child has usually become someone genuinely good at achieving things. They hit the targets. They get the promotion. From the outside, it looks like exactly what success should look like. But the relief that's supposed to come with it never quite lands because the nervous system underneath was never trained to recognize enough. It was trained to recognize more. Here's the part that matters. This isn't gratitude failing to show up. People in this pattern are often deeply aware, intellectually, that they should feel proud, should feel settled. They just don't. And that gap between what they know they should feel and what they actually feel becomes its own quiet source of shame, layered on top of whatever achievement was supposed to fix. Psychologists sometimes describe this as a kind of hedonic treadmill, but that phrase undersells how personal it actually feels. It's not just that pleasure fades fast in general. It's that for this specific person, the goalpost was never really about the goal. It was always about the approval or the safety attached to it. And approval, chased indirectly through achievement, has no finish line because the actual need underneath was never about achievement to begin with. Sit with that for a second, because it reframes restlessness that looks like ambition as something closer to an old, unanswered question still running in the background. You've probably seen this in people around you, maybe without naming it. The person who gets a major promotion and is already talking about the next one within the week, almost unable to enjoy the current title out loud. The friend who built something genuinely impressive from nothing, but still flinches slightly when anyone calls them successful, like the word doesn't quite fit. The person who can recite every account balance from memory, down to the dollar, yet still feels a flicker of dread every time they open the banking app, regardless of what the number actually says. None of them are ungrateful. They're people whose internal definition of enough was set by something that had nothing to do with money or achievement in the first place. Usually a much older, much smaller need to simply be okay, unconditionally, without having to earn it first. And here's the part most people get wrong about this. The problem was never that they wanted too much. It's that they were taught, very early, that wanting things and needing safety had become the same request. So satisfying one was supposed to satisfy the other, but it never quite does. Because money can solve money problems. It was never built to solve the much older problem of needing to feel safe simply for existing. That's not weakness. And it's not even really about money at all. Underneath, it's a person still quietly trying to answer a question from childhood, using an adult tool that was never designed to answer it. If this is you, the work isn't earning more, or proving more, or achieving harder. Strangely, it's the opposite. It's practicing the felt experience of being okay on an ordinary day, with nothing achieved, nothing proven, no number moving in either direction. That feeling, the plain unremarkable safety of an uneventful Tuesday, is the actual thing that was missing the whole time. Money was just the closest substitute available. You were never actually chasing more. You were chasing the feeling that you'd finally done enough to be allowed to rest. And that feeling was never going to arrive through the bank account because it was never being kept there.